Welcome to a video. Right now it is currently 1:48 a.m. on August 9th, Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope y'all will have a great day. This is my second take. The first take I was more than 10 minutes in, but then I just went rambling and I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to try to keep it concise as possible. So I'm going to talk about the day, then the work, and then two of the topics I wrote, and I'll share that after the day and work. The day, I slept at 2 a.m. and then I got up at 7:15, which was pretty cool, but I could have slept earlier, but my mind was racing on things. I did the usual, which was use the restroom, make the rice for lunch and dinner. I made the coffee. I also wrote and read messages with my Hmong friends on Facebook. And I went to sleep again, I think at 8:30. I slept for a really long time, probably an hour and a half or more. And then I think I ate lunch at the house before I left for work. So I ate at, I think, 10:30, and I left the house at 11. I got to the workplace around 12, or a little bit later than that, 12:15. And yeah, that's the day. Work was okay. Work, I did 4 deliveries and I made $55, so that was really good in a way. And the reason why I said that is because the reason why the amount is high is because I took high mileage. It's probably wasn't worth it, but to me, I have bills to pay, so can't really think about the wear and tear. Gotta think about paying the bills first. Pretty much like taking stuff for $12, 7 miles, $13, 8 miles, things like that. Because usually I'll take things that are low miles but high pay, but not really anymore. I also take the ones that if it was like double the miles but the pay is the same, then I'll still do it. What I mean is, like, for example, 5 miles, $5. Usually I would not take those, but I will do it just to have something to pay the bills, I guess. So yeah, that's that. I guess I want to share my thought process. So don't want others to think I'm slacking, but the ones I will not take are anything under $5, and restaurants that discriminate. There are some restaurants that discriminate. Even though it's high pay, I will not take it. And yeah, so that's the day in work. So let's talk about the two subjects I want to talk about. Let me pull up the screen. Why am I so serious? And the Xiao Jia update, that's going to be the fun stuff. So I don't want to be too doom and gloom kind of thing. Also want to bring some fun to it. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because the commenter I enjoy reading, he said some really great stuff that really forces me to think, to take a step back and look at myself of where I'm at. And that's something I don't want to do at the moment, but I kind of have to if I want to make things a lot smoother than they are now. Because right now I'm just dealing with so many obstacles, so many challenges from all sorts of direction, and I am so worn out. But the thing is, in life, there's no rest, there's no pity, there's only grit, and you choose. You want to take the easy path and then have it tough later, or do you want to take the tough path now and then have it easy later? Choose, kind of thing. So I do want to talk about why I'm so negative when it comes to the tooth. I think it's because, of course, when I pondered about this, ponder is another form of meditation. And I think it's my current me, the me now, is trying to protect the me, the younger me, that didn't have a chance to be a child. I had to think like an adult and fend for myself as an adult for such a long time. For such a long time, like 40 years plus now. And the order me is just, you don't have to take it anymore. You don't have to take it anymore. Because don't have to be afraid. You could just move on, move forward. If it's something you have to endure just to get by, do it. But if you could leave. You know, don't have to be like how it was when you were young, where you had to endure everything. Now it's just not like that. So my mind is, if the tooth get mad at me or whatever, if she kicks me out the house, great, because I don't want to deal with it. But the thing is, it's because I do want to mention the Father of Heaven. He brought me to this place for a reason, and I can't just leave. I can, but I'm actually very afraid of the Father of Heaven because he has done some terrible things, and that's why I'm afraid. So just so those that are new are curious, why don't I just get up and leave? No, because the Father in heaven, he could do some terrible things, and I'm here for a reason, and I'm here to learn a lesson. And that lesson, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I do know it has to do with the tooth. And yeah, I don't want to digress too much. Why am I so serious? It's because I believe I'm trying to protect my younger self from the tooth, not just from the tooth, but also dealing with other people, because I've become very observant on how people act, the words, the choice of words they use, their eyes, because the eyes, to me, it talks. The body, the way they move, it talks. And if it doesn't match the things that they say, that just sets off an alarm, like, okay, something's up here, something's not right. And yeah, it's just, now I just, when I see those, anything with the red flag, no. And I would, in my head, I would call those people spiritually unalive people. And if I'm around them, I don't want to become like them, because there's a saying, birds of the same feather flock together. No. So, but the thing is, there's a command from the Father of Heaven, and it's written in the Bible, man. And that command is to be at peace with others. Of course, if it's possible, to love and be at peace, and to set an example, because we're supposed to be representatives of the Father of Heaven, being loving, helping others, setting an example. Man, for those that have watched my super duper old videos, probably remember I would say to the Father of Heaven, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong person. Because what do I have? I got nothing. And you chose an introvert. On top of that, I am a private person. I don't want to share stuff like that, because it makes me feel like I am, exposed outside. I can't be a certain way. And strangely enough, that's the way the Father of Heaven wants it. Because to me, I don't know, because I'm private, he doesn't want me to be private. He wants me to be, how should I say, there's nothing to hide. I have to be very mindful for the things I say, and it's just the things that I'm afraid and don't want to do. It's totally reversed, and no, you're not going to be like that. I want you to be the opposite of the things that you're afraid of, the opposite of the things you don't want to do. And wow, it's it's terrible, but it is what it is. I mean, I was thinking about it. Anyways, yeah, so gotta work on that. Gotta live with peace with others, even though I know that they may trouble me or whatever it may be, is not to take it so seriously and let it roll off. I mean, it's easier said than done, but man, I'm dragging the videos 10 minutes in already. I am so sorry, everyone. I do want to share that, especially those who claim to follow, to follow the Father of Heaven. Man, that's a tough one. To love and be at peace with others. Of course, we have the discernment. Can't love everybody. Have to have discernment, because there are people out there, and it's written in scripture to definitely stay clear from, have nothing to do with such people. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about Xiao Jia, because I'm already 11 minutes. Let me get to Xiao Jia. So her update, I am so happy that she is putting her video, because I thought when they had in China they had the firewall update, how they're blocking the VPNs, blocking everything, and she didn't upload for like a week or more than that, and I got really sad. I thought it would be the end, but slowly she started uploading videos. I mean, she didn't talk about the reason why. I think it might be wise for her not to talk about why. Probably because I don't know, maybe it's being monitored. Not maybe, pretty sure it's being monitored. So yeah, anyways, she is uploading video, and the cool part is I think she's currently in Yunnan, and she's going to travel to Tibet, and that'll be cool. I'm looking forward for that adventure. And there are English subtitles on her videos, so that was really great. So because originally when it was all in all Chinese, I would have to try to remember like what would the words mean, and if it's something I didn't remember, to look it up. And the cool thing is I could use the Google Translate. I could speak the words I don't know, and it'll pop up. But in a way, it's kind of bad, because now I probably don't have to remember the Chinese words, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to forget everything. But anyways, I'm glad she's doing the videos. In a way, watching her video brings me peace. Man, this video could be a 20-minute video, but I'm out of words. That's all I have for this video. I am sorry for the rambling, but I didn't want to touch on those topics. The why am I so serious? I think it's to protect my younger self. But even so, we gotta live in peace with others, and if it's possible to love and be peaceful. And that's all I have for this video. For those that are for all those that watched the video all the way through, thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. And if you are new and enjoy the content, or just want to join along the journey, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. And excuse me, for all my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. That's all I have for this video. Until the next, the Most High willing. Hallelujah and Sinji Dua.